Hello, beautiful children. It is amazing to see you in my mind's eye. Parshat Pinchas in the fourth book of the Torah called Bamidbar. Are we ready? I've got my t-shirt on. Rolling back the time. And one more. Rolling back the time. And one more. Rolling back the time. And thinking and thinking and thinking. Who was Pinchas? Pinchas was the son of Elazar. He was the grandson of Aharon, the high priest, the Kohen Gadol. SPS, some people say, aka also known as the Midrash, that Pinchas was a descendant of Yitro, of Moshe's father-in-law, on his mummy's side. And Pinchas did something very good. He got rid of Zimri, who was very naughty in last week's Parsha and caused a plague with a very naughty girl called Cosby. I spy a song. Reuven, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda, Yisachar, Zevulun, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Yosef and Binyamin. These are the 12 Shevatim. And Zimri was the leader of the tribe of Shimon. Moshe is going to prepare somebody humble and grateful and a wonderful student as the leader, the next leader instead of Moshe. And he's going to prepare Yehoshua, Joshua, who was the son of Nun. From which tribe? I spy that song again. Reuven, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda, Yisachar, Zevulun, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Yosef and Binyamin. These are the 12 Shevatim. But Joshua, Yehoshua, came from a tribe that was split into two from his daddy's tribe. And the daddy was Yosef, and the tribe was Ephraim. And Jacob had crossed his hands. He'd given the right hand to the blessing of Ephraim, who was the younger son of Joseph, the younger son of Yosef, because we're going to have Yehoshua, who's very great. Not that Manasseh isn't great, but that Ephraim, that tribe, was going to be more important. SPS, some people say, aka also known as the Midrash, that for a month every day, Yehoshua was dressed in princely clothing with a fine robe and a crown, and teaches Bnei Israel. And the Bnei Israel are counted. How old are the men that are counted? They are counted from the ages of 20 to the ages of 60. Except for, I spy another song coming on. Reuven, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda, Yisachar, Zevulun, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Yosef and Binyamin. These are the 12 Shevatim, except for the tribe of Levi, who was counted from 1 month and upwards. Little pitsky babies, very important, being counted from a month old and upwards. And the Torah gives praise to somebody's daughter. I spy the song again. Reuven, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda, Yisachar, Zevulun, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Yosef and Binyamin. These are the 12 Shevatim. Praise is given to Asher's daughter, Serach, who will live, we believe, to see Eretz Yisrael. Okay, 5 unmarried ladies. Maybe not so young, maybe not so old. Depends how you look on it. SPS, some people say, okay, also known as the Midrash, they weren't far off from my age. And they weren't married. And they came to Moshe with a problem. Machla, they were sisters. Noah, Chagla, Milcah, Tirzah. They all turned up in front of Moshe with a problem. What was their problem? Our daddy has gone back to Hashem. Our daddy is no longer with us. And we girls, we need to have land in Eretz Yisrael. And you are only giving land to the men, to the boys, and we're girls. Woohoo! We're girls. Please, can we have some land? Moshe doesn't really know what to do, so he asks Hashem, and Hashem likes their language. He loves the way that they've presented themselves, and Hashem says, of course. Not only do you give them land, but as they're saying, their daddy was a firstborn, and in those days, if you were a firstborn, you got double. What's double? Twice. And yes, the daughters of Tzlafchad, from which tribe? Did we sing it? Let's sing it again. Reuven, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda, Yisachar, Zevulun, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Yosef, and Binyamin. These are the 12 Shevatim. Well, we had Joshua from the tribe of Ephraim, and now we've got the 5 daughters of Tzlafchad from the tribe of Menashe, split from the tribe of Yosef, from Joseph. And so it is said, yes, these girls will inherit the double portion. Yippee! Okay, so let's have another little recap of what's going on with Joshua. So we know that Joshua has Moshe's Ruach HaKodesh, the spirit of Moshe, that he knows how to understand everything and he knows what's going to happen in the future, is transferred from Moshe's hands onto Yehoshua's head. And Yehoshua is a great and humble student, the son of Nun from the tribe of Ephraim. And Pinchas, the son of Elazar, the son of Aharon, becomes a Kohen. And we understand that he is rewarded with long life, 400 years, and becomes, SPS, some people say, okay, also known as the Midrash, we learn that in the Book of Kings, that he becomes Elijah the prophet. And we hope he's going to come and blow the shofar to signal the Moshiach. Woohoo! And during the first house of Hashem, called the Bet HaMikdash, we understand there were 18 high priests, Kohanim Gedolim, that were Pinchas's grandchildren. And in the second temple, we understand that there were 80 high priests from the family of Pinchas. Amazing. Okay. What about the animals? There is something about the animals in this week's parsha. There was a present to Hashem when there was Hashem's special tent called the Mishkan and Hashem's special house called the Bet HaMikdash. They used to give animals to Hashem as presents called korbanot, the sacrifices. Remember these animals? The bull. I'm not going to tell you this one. Or this one. Or this one. But I think you can figure it out for yourself. Have you ever had still room in your tummy for a little bit extra food? And mummy says, that's okay. If you're still hungry, mummies are amazing. They've always got extra. I can give you extra. Maybe it could be extra dagim, fish. Maybe it could be extra oaf, chicken. Maybe it could be extra perot, fruit. Maybe it could be extra yerakot, vegetables. Maybe it could be extra glida, ice cream. Maybe it could be extra uga, cake. Maybe it could be extra cookies, ugiot. Just biskvitim, you never know. But Hashem didn't have those foods. Now, what are the extra days and times and festivals apart from the regular days? The regular days, Hashem would get a lamb twice a day. But what about this wonderful day of rest that I take my children's service and we all get dressed up and enjoy our family time together? It's of course called Shabbat. On Shabbat, Hashem would get 2 lambs as extra presents. Okay. Hello, lamb. Thank you for being my present. What about Jewish people don't go according to the Gregorian calendar, the sun calendar. We go according to the moon, the lunar calendar. And so our days start in the night. And once every month, we have a new moon called the Rosh Chodesh. And on Rosh Chodesh, Hashem, when there was Hashem's special house, Hashem would get 2 bulls, a ram, 7 lambs, and a male goat. What a lovely present for Hashem to get on Rosh Chodesh. Okay, clue to the next one. This is when we have no chametz, we eat matzah, we have a seder, we clear our houses and homes out. In the olden days, they had the Korban Pesach, and we read the Haggadah in our seder nights. Of course, Pesach. And of course, according to the Torah, Pesach is 7 days, not 8 days. Orthodox Jews outside the land of Israel keep an extra day. So what presents would Hashem get all the way through the 7 days of Pesach? 2 bulls, a ram, 7 lambs, and a male goat. Okay. Next festival, the Cheesecake Festival. Of course, it's not called the Cheesecake Festival in the Torah. We're told to count 50 days from Pesach, and that 50th day is going to be when we got the Torah on Har Sinai, we got the Bible on Mount Sinai, and it's called Shavuot. And what did Hashem get on Shavuot? 2 bulls, a ram, 7 lambs, a male goat. What a lovely present to Hashem. Moving on, the beginning of the new Jewish year, where we blow the shofar, except not on Shabbat, and we say special prayers, and we have apple dipped in honey and the simanim, all the other different fruits and vegetables that we have because they have symbolic meaning for us. Even challah dipped in honey until Shmini Atzeret. Anybody know? Hashem is judging us. It's Rosh Hashanah. That's right. What did Hashem get on Rosh Hashanah when there was the Bet HaMikdash? Hashem got a bull, a ram, 7 lambs, and 1 male goat, and then all the offerings of Rosh Chodesh, 2 bulls, a ram, 7 lambs, and a male goat. Lots and lots of animals on Rosh Hashanah. What about the day that boys and girls who are old enough and able to do it, over the age of Bar Mitzvah 13 and Bat Mitzvah 12, and healthy and able to fast, the big fast day called Yom Kippur. And what would Hashem get as a present on Yom Kippur? A bull, a ram, 7 lambs, and a male goat. And all this to atone for any of the sins of Bnei Israel, any of the naughty things that Bnei Israel have done. And the last one, thinking of the Arba Minim, those beautiful evergreens and different beautiful leaves and fruits that belong to the Arba Minim. It is, of course, when we have the hut in the garden with Hiddur Mitzvah that we can make beautiful. The Lulav, the Etrog, the Arba, the Hadassim, it's called Sukkot, to commemorate when the Jews were travelling around in the desert in huts or in clouds of glory from Hashem. And what did Hashem get on that day? Well, it was a huge amount, and every day it got 1 less. So on the first day of Sukkot, 13 bulls, 2 rams, 14 lambs, and a male goat. On the second day of Sukkot, 12 bulls, 2 rams, 14 lambs, and a male goat. On the third day of Sukkot, 11 bulls, 2 rams, 14 lambs, and a male goat. On the fourth day of Sukkot, 10 bulls, 2 rams, 14 lambs, and a male goat. On the fifth day of Sukkot, 9 bulls, 2 rams, 14 lambs, and a male goat. On the 6th day of Sukkot, 8 bulls, 2 rams, 14 lambs, and a male goat. On the 7th day of Sukkot, 7 bulls, 2 rams, 14 lambs, and a male goat. And of course, Shmini Atzeret, 1 bull, 1 ram, 7 lambs, and a male goat. And of course, as well, in the Torah, 7 days, the Orthodox Jews outside the land of Israel keep an extra day. So you should all be shouting out the animals that are extra. Do you remember them? The bull, the ram, the male goat, and the little lamb. Okay. We're still in the timeline that has just begun of the special timeline of the 3 weeks, which began yesterday with Shiva Asar B'Tammuz, the 17th day of Tammuz, a fast day where 5 sad things happen. And we believe and understand that in the history of the Jewish people, calamities, bad things have happened in the past. We don't want them to happen now or in the future. And therefore we keep these 3 weeks as a sort of a period of mourning where we refrain, we stop, we don't do certain things. We don't have weddings. We don't play musical instruments or listen to music for fun. We don't recite the Shechianu blessing. Can you guess this fruit? I just bought it from Tesco's. It's called mishmish, apricots. And I can't remember, I'm almost sure I must have had a mishmish during this year, so I don't need to say a Shechianu, because I'm not allowed to say a Shechianu until Tisha B'Av is gone, during the 3 weeks for wearing new clothes or tasting new fruit. But we don't say Shechianu for shoes. And luckily, these shoes can be worn after Tisha B'Av. These are quite nice shoes, but they're not new yet. I've not worn them. I bought them before, so I've got some nice brown lace-ups. But we don't say Shechianu on shoes. Maybe because we need to walk in the dirt. Maybe because in the olden days shoes cost more and they were different. If we're in doubt, we ask our rabbis. And I'm also looking forward to wearing these shoes. But again, I'm not wearing them now. And these are my other shoes in a box. But again, we don't say Shechianu on shoes. But I can't wait to wear them. I might wear them for the children's service. That would be nice. Very comfortable. It's important to be comfortable. Okay, so we've learnt quite a lot today. Listen to your mummies and daddies and do what they say. Listen to your mummies and daddies. Please don't forget to pray. Listen to your mummies and daddies. The rabbis lead the way. Then they will be happy. Be good. Have fun. Listen to mummies and daddies and see you very, very, very soon.